Hey guys, it's me Jakey D, and welcome to every Easter egg in GTA 6 Trailer 1. I've spent the last couple months working on this video, but because I wanted to use smooth slow motion effects, I did change my video editor to DaVinci Resolve, and it's just taking a long time to try and get used to it. Now keep in mind, Easter eggs can be subjective, not everyone agrees what counts as an Easter egg. However, as always, I will be as thorough as I can, but if you do feel like I did miss something, please let me know down below and maybe I'll include it in the next part. In this first part, I thought we would be starting at the beginning of the trailer, but it turns out I have a lot to talk about with just the thumbnail alone. So I didn't think I would even be able to make a full video on the thumbnail, but it turns out there is a lot to talk about, a lot to decode, a couple of references. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy the video and let's begin. So starting off with the thumbnail of the trailer, which is this image here. The first thing that I noticed in this was the three birds and the pine trees and the sky being the exact same from the image that they first released when they actually announced that the trailer was coming. And some people think that these three birds could represent Trevor, Michael, and Franklin going off into the sunset, which is kind of cool to think about. Something else that does stand out is the ankle monitor on Lucia's ankle. Now, I'm no ankle monitor expert, but there are generally only a couple reasons for an ankle monitor. And in this case, the most likely one may be if she is on parole or probation and she has to basically show good behavior for a certain amount of time so she doesn't go back to prison. It will be interesting to see how they implement this into the game. Maybe if you go past a certain point, you get a wanted level or something like that. We can also see that the guy who we're assuming is called Jason seems to be left-handed. Now, only 10% of Americans are left-handed, and I believe that this would be the first time a main character in GTA would be left-handed. Now, as an Australian, I really don't know much about guns, but one of the things I noticed here is how his finger is not on the trigger. Now, I'm sure that this is just common sense gun safety, and I might be reading into this way too much, but there is currently a popular theory that Jason is a police officer. As you can see, he does seem to be wearing the same sort of cargo pants as the Miami SWAT team. At the very least, I think this shows what sort of personality Jason is, as if he was like a thug or a gangster, they are more expected to like have their finger on the trigger to try and look cool or dangerous. But maybe I'm just looking into this way too much. What do you guys reckon? You Americans know a lot more about this sort of stuff than I do. You can see a hotel in the background, and according to the GTA 6 wiki, which already exists, they are calling this the Atlantis Hotel. I was wondering how they figured it out, and it looks like there is another version of this image where you can actually see the full name. So it looks like there are multiple versions of this image, including this one here, which is zoomed out a lot more. Now we can notice a couple of extra things, like these bullet holes in the car. Well, it looks like GTA 6 might be inspired by Bonnie and Clyde, who are famous American criminals, and the bullets in the car may pay tribute to them, as you can see in this real life photo of Bonnie and Clyde's car. Some crazy fans have also tried to say that these holes actually mean something in Braille. Now, when I first saw this, I thought they were nuts. Well, for one, it still didn't make sense once they translated it, and for two, they're kind of just seeing what they want to see by overcomplicating it. However, once I saw this image that suggests the holes could mean V and I in Braille, which is a lot more simplified, I gotta say, I'm kind of sold on it. And then on top of that, you've got 6 total bullet holes, so you've got 2 meanings of the number 6 for GTA 6. What do you guys think? Am I losing my mind here? And now we can also see the license plate. And the first thing that you can notice here is that it is a Leonida license plate. And that is, of course, where the game takes place. It's GTA's version of Florida. And then if we look at the letters of the license plate, Rockstar has a reputation for making license plates stand for things. As I'm working on my GTA 5 Easter eggs, I've got a whole list of license plates that reference something. And after staring at this number plate for a couple days, I think I figured it out. So you've got 2 V's, which is Roman numerals for 5, as we just came from GTA 5. So what about the letter E? Well, the letter E is the 5th letter in the alphabet. So in this case, it could also stand for the number 5. And then the letter F is the 6th letter in the alphabet, and it's next to the number 6. And behind behind Jason's leg also looks like there is another number 6. Now there are a few things that we can take away from this. Firstly, this could just be simply 5 going on 6, GTA 5 going on to GTA 6. However, if we put on our tinfoil hats and look into this a little bit further, maybe we can see something else here. So if you search the interwebs for 555, you'll see that the meaning of the number can signify positive changes. And of course, if you search the interwebs for 666, it is known to be an evil number or the devil's number. And considering it's on the right side, which is Jason's side, it makes me think, could this be our first hint that Jason could potentially either be a bad guy or betray Lucia? Well, it turns out that it's actually very controversial to say that, because there's also another side of people that think that the devil horns belong on Lucia. And the main evidence of that seems to be the lyrics of the song of the trailer. Now, obviously I can't play the song because I would just get copyrighted, but there is actually a lot of logic behind this, because it turns out the GTA 4 and the GTA 5 trailers also had songs with lyrics that match the stories of the games. So if we take a look at the GTA 6 trailer, the song is called Love is a Long Road by Tom Petty. So straight away, this is a song about love. And if we have a look at these lyrics, there was a girl I knew, she said she cared about me, she tried to make my world the way she thought it should be. Now, we already have established that Jason most likely has some sort of police background or is currently in the police force, we don't know. Whereas Lucia, she may have some sort of criminal background, and it's obvious that she takes the lead throughout the trailer, which we haven't even gotten to yet because I'm still stuck on the thumbnail. Oh my god, I'm so slow. But in the trailer, you'll see that Lucia seems to be enjoying the criminal life while Jason looks nervous in every scene. So it does seem like Lucia is the one that's talked Jason into doing these things. And if that's the case, the devil horns probably belong on Lucia. A few more lyrics later, and you get, there were so many times I would wake up at noon, yeah, with my head spinning round, I would wait for the moon. So again, that sounds like Jason just being nervous, full of anxiety, which seems to kind of confirm our suspicions. There's also lyrics that hint at the couple breaking up, but then also a chance of them getting back together. So I tell you, I feel like this story is going to be a real roller coaster of up and downs, because love is a long, long road. Now, pointing something out that's more obvious, coming 2025. Now, Take-Two originally released their estimated income for the upcoming fiscal year, which runs from April 2024 to March 2025, and they were originally expecting $8 billion, compared to the fiscal year beforehand, which was around $5 billion. So it was a big boost in revenue. That's why a lot of people thought that GTA 6 must be coming within that time frame. However, Take-Two have since dropped their estimated revenue down to $7 billion, which is still a decent increase over the previous year. It does make me think that this could be boosted just from the GTA 6 pre-orders alone. I'm sure it's gonna break every record in the handbook for the most pre-ordered game ever. I never pre-order games, but this game I would definitely be tempted to do so. And if you believe that the pre-orders are what's boosting this number, then GTA 6 may not be coming by March 2025, but instead after March 2025. There is potentially a little hint to GTA 6's potential release date. There is a t-shirt that was added to GTA Online around 6 months ago with a bunch of numbers on it, and it turns out that they did have the date for when the GTA 6 trailer was going to be released. And so I do look at this shirt as, I wonder if they have the game release date on here. And there is one code which says 040125. Going by an American date, this would be 1st of April 2025, and from my understanding, this would be one day after fiscal year 2025. And because the game would be so close, I can only imagine how massive the amount of pre-orders would be for the game. Or if this isn't the release date, April 1st could be hinting at a couple of things. For one, it's the first day of fiscal year 26, so it could just be hinting that the game will release in that fiscal year. It's also the first day of Q2, so could it be a hint that the game's releasing in the second quarter? Let me know in the comments when you think GTA 6 will be released. Keeping in mind, Rockstar have delayed made so many games in the past, and I'm sure they don't want to break that delaying streak that they're on. They're probably proud of it, honestly. And finally, the last thing I wanted to point out in this image is the building next to the Atlantis Hotel. This is where the famous chainsaw scene took place in the Scarface movie. Here's how the building looked in 1983 in the movie, and here's how the building looks just a couple years ago. It is apparently now a drugstore. One other thing to do with this building is in the bottom right there. People think it looks like a map. And as far-fetched as it seems, I wouldn't completely rule this out. If we compare it to fan-made maps of GTA 6, who are basing their info off of the real state of Florida, as well as trying to get hints from the trailer, there are some similarities between both of the maps. Like the Miami Beach could be on the right side where it's actually located in real life, and then down the bottom would be the Florida Key Islands. Where things start to get a little weird with this map is in the middle, where they've split the city into what looks like 3 different chunks. This could just be Rockstar taking creative freedom and doing whatever they want to do, and it would be interesting to see, is the GTA 6 fan art more accurate, or this random potential map on the Scarface building? Only time will tell. And that, ladies and gentlemen, was part 1. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this series. My whole plan is to have 2 series, one of me doing every Easter egg on GTA 5, which I've got 2 parts out so far, and another series doing GTA 6, and right now we just have trailer 1. I am a little bit worried that Rockstar will release trailer 2 before I'm done, because I am so awfully slow. In part 2, we will actually get into the trailer, and yes, I will be looking for Easter eggs and small details, but I will also be making comments on the graphics and the engine, the physics, because as a Rockstar fan, I kind of just want to talk a bit about everything, not just the Easter eggs. But anyway, I think I've rambled on for long enough, and I will see you guys in the next one.